Do you know how fast catfish grows? Yeah, today let us have some experience on that. Today again, we are supplying some of our Pure Claras line sealings to our client in Agege in Lagos. This client, we have supplied this client going to 3 months now, and they have started selling. The good thing about what I meant by what I said earlier is that, do you know how fast catfish grow is that? If you want to start catfish farming, or you have been hearing about catfish farming, the time that takes you to think about the process, the much time it takes you, the longer it becomes for you, and the more depressed you are in starting up the business. You may be hearing about catfish farming, you may be hearing about the cost, you may be hearing about the risk, you may be hearing about the disadvantages, which I think that is what is pulling most of those prosperous catfish farmers down. The point is that there are no business in life without risk. I said it in one of my videos. Your first step in any business collapse your business faster. If you take the wrong step, in order for you to rectify the step, you need to take a wronger step, another wronger step, and another wronger step 3 times before you can rectify the test. I have been having huge and lot of complaints from clients on a time-to-time basis, on a day-to-day basis, that they are having some similar issues based, number one, based on their fish growth, based on the water management, based on the staff management, and so on. So this purely comes from the foundation that I meant. Because if you go through a very good and understanding mentor, this will have been corrected from you from the start. The pond you are seeing in your front, and those pond I'm with it now. This is the startup with the pond, the concrete pond in your pond. I put fish there, I think it's around 3 months to 3 months ago, and some of the fish are here. And I will weigh some of the fishes here. Some of the fishes are above, majority of the fishes are above 1 kg. Because when my client is starting, I advise him, number one, on how many fish I will bring into this pond, and he accepts so that the fishes can do well. This is a fishes that started over 2 years ago that I've been dropping fish for them. They started eating it. They eat it at home. And now the mother is interested in the business. So he now built this smaller pond for the mom. In this video, you will see the mom too as well. They build a mini ponds, concrete pond for the mom, and they start up the business. As fast as the fish will grow, and as bigger the fishes are, they got some plastic tank in order to put some of the unsafe fishes so that they can stock the new one I just brought in today. The good thing about it is that the time you are wasting to start, before you close your eyes and open it, 3 months is already at the corner. And for fishes of 3 months that are doing well, you can sell part of it for melon. You can retail some of it for buyers. That means for pepper soup seller around you, those people selling pepper soup, beer parlors. You can be selling to them on a daily basis, maybe 30 kg, 50 kilo, depending on how you can move your market. Even sometimes you can go as far as selling 150 kilo, depending on how you can move your market. I think this is still the part of catfish farming that you can make much profit. And the more you are doing in this, the more you expand it into getting it smoked, the more you can expand it through getting it pelletized, the more you can expand it through well-packaged fishes for sale. And the 3 months period for you to think about the business and have brought in a profit for you. I told you earlier, one of the greatest mistakes you can make is not getting a right person to take you. If you are successful in the business at the first point, that means you have a successful mentor. And if you can listen, there's a farm I supply them fishes, and by the time I was to supply another fishes, I asked them, how is the business like? I was told, wow, the fishes are doing very, very great. These are very big, but they did not make any profit. I asked, number one, there's an assumption simply because they didn't have record. Sometimes, if you don't have record, you may make profit, you may make loss, but because you don't have record, you may not know if you are making profit or loss. You can just be assuming that we used 10 bags of feed, we used 30 bags of feed, and we sell at social price. It's just an assumption. A record keeping will give you details of your spending, and it will also give you much details on your profit, on your expenditure, and your sales. So make sure that you have a good record. So those are some of the advice I'm giving in this video. The number two is, are you really feeding your fishes the way you need to feed them? I discovered in that my client that they pour feed, massive feed, a fishes of maybe 500. Sometimes they can use half bag of feed on them. They pour feed. So by the time you visit the pond, you will see a lot of feed at the surface of the pond. And I bet you, if you are overfeeding 2 or 3 kg, depending on how bigger the fishes are, a day, that is where you are cutting your profit in catfish farming. Let me just give you this. These are questions for those of you that are following me on this video. If you are buying coupons for the rate of, let me say, 70,000 naira, and you are buying maybe Blue Crown for the rate of 34,000 naira, and note, these are 2 sizes of feed. Are you telling me you are going to give them, if you are giving your fishes 1 kg per day, are you telling me you are going to give coupons 1 kilo and you are still going to give Blue Crown 1 kilo? If you are using coupons, are you telling me you are going to give them 1 kilo per day? And if you are using Blue Crown, are you telling me you are going to give them 1 kilo per day? Error. Examples. Because Blue Crown is more lesser and coupons is more expensive, this tells you that there's a certain thing inside those fish, inside those feed, that make them highly expensive. I sell fish meal, for example. The fish meal we sell is not up to the normal 99 FFF we use. But number one, we stopped using it because it's more expensive. More expensive maybe from importing it from to the country. But the other ones too we sell are imported from the country, out of the country. We import them into Nigeria. But why are those ones very expensive? Those ones are very expensive because of some of the content. I bet you, if you open 999 or FFF, you open it in a room and you open other fishes, I bet you FFF or 999 will smell from kilometers. You'll be hearing the scent from kilometers, from miles away from the room, and you will smell fish, raw fish inside. But if you open other ones, I bet you the smell will not be as that. So this simply tells you there's quality inside that fish, and so as this feed. Coupons, there's a certain quality inside coupons. What can make a farmer say, I'm going to use maybe coupons to start to boost my fishes? It means there's something inside, quality inside, that is boosting the fishes. So if you are using coupons for 2 and you're using Blue Crown for 2 the advice I will give is that if fishes are eating 10 grains, each fishes are eating 10 grains of Blue Crown, make sure that if they eat 4 grains of coupons, they will still grow better than Blue Crown. So you need to lower, in order for you to lower your FCR, the quality of feed you will give has to be lower in order for you to make profit, or else I bet you will never make any profit. I bet you will never make any profit. So this simply means the fishes you are getting, you need to know, number one, how many you are putting in the pond and how many feed you need to give them at a particular given period. Fishes increases based on the sizes and the ages. So you need to understand what you give them from age 1 to age 6 if you want to sell at 6 months. So make sure that you contact or you get this particular book you are seeing on the screen, and this can guide you if you want to start a successful catfish business. So what I'm trying to do at this background is to try to weigh some of the fishes that are up to 3 kilo that we brought here and they are still selling. Looking at the scale, we have 1.2, 1.1, 1.3. There's one I weighed that I got 1.4 at about 3 months. I think this is success. This is the great success I will wish from any farmers to tap into. So I will advise you to get some of my books available. They are presently ebooks. That means they are PDF. This can be sent to your email or to your WhatsApp. So I will advise you to get some of these books, and this will protect you and direct you into greatness in catfish farming. These fishes you are seeing is 1.2 kg, around 1.56. You are seeing getting to 2 kilo and getting to 6 months. These are just random picks. You can see it's not selected there. I just put on the net and I scoop. So from those people that are watching the video, I am not the one that put it there, and I still understand that there are bigger fishes in here than that, and they are going to 3 months. So to me, getting a mentor, rubbing mind with a mentor, will be a guiding guide for you. For you to have a proof, I can try to get the video that I use in supplying this in about 3 months in up here for you, so that you can note, yeah, and you can see the area, but you may not see these two tanks, so that I can tell you the genuinity of what I'm talking about today. It doesn't really mean how you want to start. It doesn't really mean how knowledgeable you are. It doesn't really mean how proactive, how creative you are. But a kind of touch of advice can help you in a great way as a fish farmer. So this farm has now been turned into an enterprise. It's just a farm that I normally put just 100 pieces, 200 pieces, 150 pieces before. That is a consumable for the family. But now they are now making profit out of it. I think this is the way I will advise anybody that thinks he want to start the business to do. So in Catfish Farm Academy Place, we encourage farmers, and I bet you we supply and we give you best result and good ceilings. I will attach a present group chat here. A client collected some of our jumbo seeds, and you can see the result they have in just 9 weeks. I will put it up for you. I think it's a short video. I'll try to put it somewhere here so that you can see. Again, you can see it's a random selection, and we are doing the weight. We are here to advise. We are here to guide. We are here to propel you to success. Nobody knows this all. I think God knows it better. So our aim is just to make sure that we guide you right. And for those of us who have not subscribed to this channel, make sure that you do that now. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and make sure that you follow us on our social media handle